90% of the time it starts every time. Except for when it don't start.
Tuesday night and we're going to go out looking for some scallops. I think me and Mish are going to do Boue Agenor, and Matt is just about to pop in near the ammo wreck and go south. He's just cleared it with the harbour, so we're all good. We'll have to listen in on channel 12 and we'll have our dive flag out just in case there's any issues. What are we going to expect to see on Boue Agenor? Well, to be honest, I'm not really sure what we're going to see on Agenor, but fingers crossed we see something nice. Might be blessed and see a shark or something like that, or some sort of fish, but we need scallops, so we're going to have to do a little bit on the reef and more scalloping. See you later. I'm going to say 160.
Not that many.
Welcome back everybody, I'm JP Falaise and thanks for coming along on another dive. We're up Boue Agenor and we're on an old mill bed area. This looks like it's all died. It's all bleached white and we're just north of the waste pipe. Sometimes I find weird things under the sea, some things that I could reuse or recover and take back to the surface, and this is certainly one of them. It's a solid bar of stainless steel with a carabiner cable tied to the top. Looks fairly useful, not sure what for. It's probably some sort of sinker for a turn buoy or some sort like that. Clip it to the side of my bag. I think it should be alright there. I'll have to wind my bag up a little bit so it doesn't drag on the bottom. It is quite heavy. I reckon it's probably 10 to 15 kilos. So I don't want to slow us down because the tide is actually ripping through here. Every time I hit the sand or this gravel, sorry about this, put your face down for a second just while I wind my bag up a little. There we go. Yeah, every time we touch the seabed, more and more sand eels come out. So we've got quite a few, couple of thousand sand eel, these lesser sand eels swimming around with us now. Right, I decided it was too heavy, so I've sent it up in the bag now. And as I've done that, we turned and we are right against the new sewer pipe. There we go. With these round clamps of concrete around the outside of it. We're going to cross over the top of this and carry our dive down through here. So mesmerising, these little tiny sand eels. But after a while, because they blend in with the bottom so well, it almost looks like the whole floor shimmering. Especially if I haven't got the lights on. Can make looking for scallops even harder. And believe me, I don't need it to be any harder. Really nice, you can see waves of glistening of silver fish. They're tiny, they're probably only 50mm long max. The majority of them probably only about 30mm. So it's always good to see these because, like I said before, this is the bottom of the food chain pretty much. This area is actually renowned for being I don't know, maybe a molten ground or somewhere that shankers go. So you'll see loads and loads of shankers buried down because the tides scream, and they tend to bury themselves into the sand just so you see the top of their carapace. The carapace looks a little bit like a sort of Cornish pasty. If there's that many sand eel around here, we're bound to see a flatfish or a ray of some sort. Because what they do is they hide in the sand. They wait for these fish to swim over the top, and then they do a quick lunge with their mouth open. Their mouths are huge. They swallow one or two, maybe three at a time. And you need a lot of these as a big ray to survive. Scallops up here are very, very big. Very big. Not so much in width, but the depth of them. So they become deeper as they get larger. That's why going from 100mm to 105mm actually makes sense, because they're not going to get much wider, but what they do is they get deeper, which in theory they get heavier. It gives them an extra year to spawn. There's loads of benefits to lifting the size of these scallops, and to be honest, there's plenty out there. So all of this meal around here is pretty much dead. So basically it goes from a purpley to a white when it's no longer alive, and there's many reasons why it dies off. Here's some more here, brown edible crabs, or as we call them in Guernsey, shankers. I've probably seen between 50 and 100. Not sure if they're legal size, but they've got to be close to it. When we started, these drop downs or these steps in the sand were only about 20, 30, 40 mil. Now they're starting to get bigger and bigger. Now they're around about 200 mil, and before long they do drop off to half meters and a meter, which we see at the end of the dive. Very hard to show you on camera. That's why I keep looking across them, just to try and give you a little bit of scale. As the dive continues, the tide is getting stronger and stronger. You can almost see the weed that's coming past. And there you can see the 500 mil sort of step downs in the sand now. And then we'll get larger and larger. Plenty of other crabs here as well. There's the spider crabs all decorated up. And this is a prime area for cuttlefish as well. They tend to bury themselves in this sand. Every so often we'll see a small reef just in the distance, but we can't swim close to it. I'm sure we'll be starting to see some more soon. Here we go, here's one. You can see the tide, how quick it is around here with that big scour. It's about a metre deep. Can't really see it. Obviously the rocks go nowhere, but the tide is speeding up as it comes around that reef, and it's scouring the sand out. Let's take a quick look up close. You can already see a few spider crabs clinging to it. There'll be loads of stuff hiding behind this, trying to keep out the tide. Another thing you'll see is red sea fingers. They always hide on the corners where it's either getting hit by the tide or hidden from the tide. It's amazing that you never see them on the sides where the tide's running across the side of the rock. I suppose that's like that for a reason, because they don't want to be knocked left into the one alongside. Pretty cool. So colourful though. There's other types of coral there as well. And I'm sure there's probably loads of nudibranchs if we can get up nice and close. See if we can see one. You see there's fish to my left, a small shoal of fish trying to hide out the tide as well. You can't see this, but my buff and my line behind me is trying to yank me off the tide. Ah, here we go, look. Nudibranch, nudibranch. See at least two there. Quite cool if we had the time. I'd use my macro, but I'm getting pulled away from the tide. Pretty well, pulled away from the reef by the tide. I'm just going to carry on. Tide can be very annoying at times because everything's got to be based around our tides, but at the same time our tides are what creates such a diverse amount of sea life around the Channel Islands. Another brown edible crab just hidden in the reef. Probably got the right idea. And those things are so strong. If you got your hand caught between that and the rock, they basically just open their legs out and you're stuck there. They won't let go. Oh, I can see an elegant sea anemone just there. Unfortunately, I can't get close to it. No, too much tide. Couldn't see this on camera, but even that little small shoal of fish that were to the left of me, they followed me and now they're on the reef. What is nice about this is that because there's tide, all the scallops have got their mouths open and filter feeding, so they're quite easy to see. There's a nice one there, but I can't get to it. It's a nice big starfish there. That one's probably a red or soapy starfish. Very common in the Mediterranean, but very rare in British waters. In fact, I think you only get them in the Channel Islands. Quite a big specimen, got 200mm. That's probably 200mm. You can see now where the sand is dropping off in big steps now. And you can see how my line is getting pulled almost at probably past 45 degrees actually. Plenty of nice scallops, but I just can't swim over to them. Kind of stuck. Need to let Mish do it. She's not attached to a line. This thing is pulling so hard. There we go. We collected them. It's not ideal planning a dive where the last part of your dive is the deepest, especially when there's tide pulling you even further into the deep. But we're only in 20 metres of water here, so it's not so bad. And I know that deep water is only 25, 27. There we go, there's a cuttlefish buried in the sand. Spat out a bit of sepia, which is that black stuff to confuse its predators. I'm trying to eat it. Almost a metre drop now. I think we're going to have to call it. Another couple of minutes and we're going to call it. Plenty of dragonets as well. Those are them fish you see swim away from us. Same colour as the seabed. There's another one. 22 metres of water. Any second we're going to call it. First shark I've seen today. Normally see hundreds of these things. Numbers ain't amazing, but we had a good time anyway. Hundreds of these in the water at the moment. These are sea gooseberries. They normally have two tails like this, and as soon as you touch them the tails fly off.
Well, that was a crazy dive. Loads and loads of tide. We kind of knew it'd be tide, but it'd be a bit later. You should see some of these scallops. The size of that scallop, deep and fat as well. That's massive. They're all like that, huge. There's our top competition there. Dive Guernsey's out. Our main rival's back.
Scallop Wars.
Scallop Wars. Yeah. Let's dramatise this a little. Don't wave at him.
Oh shit, yeah.
Hang on, we're meant to be evil with him. Scallop Wars. Yeah. Nah, only joking. We're good mates with Matt. Haven't seen him out for a while. Well, we haven't been out when he's been out, to be honest. So Christoph on the front. Tell you what's going on now. They're getting down in our line, so the tide's taking us that way. Matt wants to get in here, so Matt Eco will drop a diver in over that way. So where Matt goes, there'll be no scallops. But Matt's going to go out deeper. You're going deeper.
Well, maybe.
You're 30 now. Outside of 4 iron-ish. About here somewhere. Where did it go? Oh, it's there. There it is. GYC. 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 Guernsey Yacht Club ain't getting that back. Nah, if they want it back, they can have it. How did the Scallop Wars go? Oh, the whole box, 100 plus.
It's not a bad box.
Not a bad.
Yeah.
Onto our second dive. It's a nice tight one into Castle Corner. Lovely little area, quite a bit to see. I want to see if I can find this snapped off anchor, which I seen last time. Chances are pretty slim, but we got to try. Well, we managed to get another dozen, I reckon. That's a huge one. That was one that swam into my bag. Mish went to pick it up and it swam off. But he swam straight into danger. Straight into my bag. Obviously I had to give it back to Mish. But ultimately it goes in the pot for Richard, so... Looks like the viz is starting to clear. The stringiness has just gone out of the water now. This is a rare picture. You're actually seeing me on a dive. Never normally film myself.
You like hobnob biscuits? I do.
Not the same, I reckon.
Yeah, that was a beast. That was the one that swam into the bag. Those I'm not even going to measure. They're going straight back.
He looks great.
All the others look good.
I think he's him.
There's a gauge. See him? Oh no, he's back in the sea.
He can grow another day.
Where's Matt going?
He's scalloping.
He is. No, he's just having a swim around.
He'll come up with a pocket.
Yeah, there's a few scallops here. Probably pick the ones we just threw back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I think you definitely beat me.
I think I counted 20.
20, not bad. For amateurs. Right, it's going to be reunited. I'm not quite sure how long it's been lost for. I'm sure we'll find out. That's where it lives. I'm not quite sure where we should be going. No one's in. 1961. Anyway, I left that with the bloke behind the bar. He doesn't know what to do with it. Hopefully it gets to the right place.
Thanks for coming along on another dive with us, and I will catch you on the next tide.